Welcome to another travel edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Pool's out there. This is the Sky Rock Inn, by the way, in Sedona, Arizona. We're in room 304. I kind of like this old school, like motor inn. You just drive right up. There's our Jeep, and yeah, it's easy to pack and unpack.
It is really spectacular for unpacking and packing. This room has a fireplace, which would be really phenomenal in the wintertime. Obviously, it's 90-something degrees. We don't need it, but we put it on for you for effect. And I love the dream catcher that's on the wall. I feel like, you know, you walk in and that has this beautiful essence. They have 3 little succulents there, and then those are real. And then there's another one in the bathroom. I just think they're so sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the rooms are small and they're older. This used to be, my understanding, is a Best Western, and then it became something else. And then the Sky Rock Inn took it over, and they just became part of the Marriott program 2 weeks ago. So it's all new to them. So when you go onto the Marriott site, it says new hotel. It is not a new hotel. It is new to the Marriott site. With all that said, I'll segue into it again. The only reason we bring up status is not to brag, but for those of you who follow it, to find out what do I get for my status. First of all, we got an upgraded room. This is a room with a fireplace on the 3rd floor with the view, which Jeffrey's going to show you, and I'll tell you what, that alone was worth it. Because we booked a ground floor room, that was the least expensive room. You can't see this incredible view, which is why you come to Sedona. It is, oh my gosh, my heart throbs thinking of it. Anyway, there is a beautiful welcome card here with some lovely gifts for us from the marketplace, and that was really sweet with a really nice note, and they welcomed us when we walked in and do recognize your status. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, they definitely recognize it.
Yeah, it's funny how they must have been trained. They must have been through some Marriott training because they've got it all down already.
Definitely, and the other biggest advantage that we were able to take advantage of with our status was an earlier check-in. We had told them we were going to be here at 2, check-in is I think at 4, and a late checkout. Because we're ambassador, we actually were able to extend it to 4. We're going to leave before that anyway, but how nice is that? I mean, that's almost an entire additional day, and it allowed Jeffrey and I to be able to go out. We went to the Namti Spa, which we loved. It was beautiful. We both had a lovely massage with a healing boost, and we feel so relaxed.
Don't forget about the hike. We hiked the airport vortex, which was that's one of the energy vortices here. It's incredible.
And I highly recommend it. We've done just about all the vortices now, and I think the airport might be my favorite. This is the closet. You know what? This is a small closet, but I have to show you because I love this. I love when you have a full-length mirror, which you don't always get in many hotel rooms. There's not a lot of space. We're here for one night. It's perfect. I'm not sure you would come for an extended period of time, but if you're coming with a family, they do have connecting rooms, so it's great for that. And I'm not a huge fan usually of carpeted hotel rooms, so that's not my favorite. Oh, this was the other thing that they gave us was this Blueberry Bliss 56% cacao bar, which was really a nice gift. And as you can see here, I love how old school this is. This is an old school cocktail cart.
Yes. Why didn't you make me my coffee and wheel it over to the bed? I didn't realize that was a little cart. That would have been nice.
So I love that. And they got all the coffee. The reason that we didn't, when we rated the coffee, Jennifer will tell you why, because they had coffee 24/7.
Great coffee.
A very small bathroom.
And I'm joking about Karen bringing the coffee. I bring her coffee every day.
Every morning. Every morning.
Yes, this is Tiny. Hi guys. Tiny has a little safe there. So it's a small room.
It's a small, tiny room, but you know what? I'm going to tell you what. You do not come to Sedona, Arizona to stay in your room.
Hey, before we go outside, why don't you do your rating on cleanliness, the bed, and all that, because we're going to finish outside. Okay. I'm going to give you a sneak preview, but we're going to go out and do something incredible. Go ahead.
I'm going to go to the bed first because that's getting the highest marks. This bed, and again, we've already stayed here. We slept in this bed. So when we came in, it was made perfectly tight and beautiful. I love the pillows. I love the weight of the blanket. And there was just a little bit of cush in that bed. It was like getting into a cloud. I'm giving this bed and my night's sleep 8.5. I loved it. Jeffrey, do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Location-wise, 5+. Jeffrey and I, we're big walkers. You know, we walked almost 7 miles yesterday just walking we went to Whole Foods. We popped in a little grab and go. There's an amazing vegan grab and go, Conscious Foods, I believe is the name of it.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it's a great location. The other big advantage is they actually have a shuttle. I don't think any other hotel that I know of has a shuttle that will take you within 3 miles of this hotel, which is spectacular because
Right.
Parking, if you want to go to Main Street or that area, parking is really not so much
Why don't you
fun.
move over here because I got a lot of darkness. But
Okay.
anyway, so bad. You've given it a 5.
Yeah, cleanliness, I'm going to give a 4.5 on cleanliness. It's hard to keep these rooms clean because there is a door which Jeffrey entered from in the front, and then there is a door in the back. And right now, this is what they call their monsoon season, even though it's in the 90s. At night, these storms roll in and the wind picks up. In fact, a pot broke and it shattered.
I'll put some of the pictures of the storm rolling in at the end of the video.
Oh, that's a great idea. So when you open the door, it must be really hard for the housekeepers to keep things from blowing in. In the bathroom, I'm dinging it a little bit there. So I give it a 4.5, but would I come back here? Yes. In fact, Jeffrey and
I think we will in 2 weeks, right?
We'll come back in 2 weeks because we love everything else about this. So the other thing that we rate is, so we've got the bed, the location, the cleanliness, and then Jeffrey gets to rate the coffee. Oh, I'm going to hit the staff first. The staff is amazing, 5+. They have a concierge who she's darling. And then everybody that checked us in was just, above and beyond. And again, because they're new with Marriott, they were really excited.
And the bartender last night was awesome.
Oh
so
my gosh.
The happy hour here with the live music was incredible. We'll see that when we walk outside.
Shout out to Robert, the bartender. And I want to shout out, I don't know the chef's name, but he's all around the patio. And we told him that we were vegan and gluten-free. And he accommodated us so beautifully. So thank you and shout out to both of those people as well. The coffee, Jeffrey?
I give the coffee, it's up there, probably like 4.8, 4.9. The coffee was awesome.
It was delicious.
And it was there waiting for me when I went out early in the morning. And I was out here, the sun was just rising. Why don't you walk out because you're like a shadow here because it's so bright behind you. The sun was rising over these mountains and I was able to come out here and have coffee first thing. But this is obviously why you come here, is this view. We hike some of these mountains around here, but absolutely incredible. Right? So there's floors down below, but you can see they have little seating areas as they do out here. The seating areas are great, right? It's kind of funny, it's communal, which is cool.
Well, I wanted to mention that because you can see straight across and then down here, these are all, every single floor has a cool seating area. And whether you're on that floor or not, right down to the ground floor, this is a very pet-friendly hotel. So we've seen several dogs and I love that, it's my favorite. And then right behind us is, you'll see like a mesh screened area, and that is the bar area. So we actually sat there last night. We sat outside, and there was a guitarist who played for several hours. It was phenomenal. We had drinks made by Robert that were so delicious, and again, the chef took care of us with some vegan treats.
Well, and I'll be back here too, because how great is that? We'll stay probably right up here, Karen. There's your bar right there. You're having your drinks outside, and you walk just a couple doors down. You walk right into your room, so that's beautiful.
This was great. We didn't have to get in the car. We didn't have to get an Uber. We could literally just have our cocktails and go right to the room. So the view is beyond magical. This is the 3rd floor, and it's the side that faces. I think both sides have beautiful views, right?
Yeah. You don't have a bad view in Sedona.
We don't have a bad view in Sedona. And they do have a pool. We didn't get to enjoy the pool. We will when we come back. We've just been so busy. We did, yesterday we did almost 7 miles, and then today we did the airport hike, and we did another, probably 6 miles, and we
hit the spa.
We hit the spa. We've just been on the go. And we also did a hike before the hike, which Jeffrey will post a picture. Somebody made a beautiful heart out of rocks. And if you look closely, many of those rocks are actually heart-shaped.
But I tell you what, when I was out here, I thought, you know, Marriott may have like a Ritz take this over, because you could beef this thing up, and these views and this location is like second to none.
Are definitely Ritz-Carlton. The rooms would need to be changed and upgraded.
Of course, yeah.
And the service is Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
Wishing you great health